This is my buddy Alex. He's had trouble getting the L-sit because his hip flexors aren't strong enough and they even cramp up on him. Because of this, it doesn't allow him to get into the proper position and he's stalled in progressing with the L-sit. If that sounds familiar, then improving your compression strength is exactly what you need. And in today's video, I'm going to help Alex and you to finally get your L-sit. We've also got a quick L-sit cheat sheet you can save to your phone and refer back to anytime, so check below for that link. First off, let's take a look at where Alex's L-sit currently is, and then we'll troubleshoot from there. All right, so we're gonna have Alex go ahead and set up for the L-sit here. He's pulling his shoulders down and back, fingers facing out to the side. Now, all I'm gonna ask him to do is go ahead and just show us an L-sit. That's really good. If you notice, he's got some great strength in there, but as we're doing this, having trouble really keeping those hips in the front. Good, there you go. So I'm gonna be covering just a few things that we can work on in order to help him to better improve that hip strength. And the other thing too, as I mentioned earlier, he had a little bit of cramping in the hip flexors, probably something that happens to you as well. And so these exercises that I'm gonna be covering right now are going to help you with that and help you to be able to hold that L-sit. Now, if you're new to the L-sit, what I'm about to cover will help you, but I do suggest making sure to check out our extremely detailed step-by-step tutorial video. All right, now we're going to take a look at a few movements from our integral strength program that are designed to help improve your compression strength, range of motion, and control. Now, the first movement that we're going to be taking a look at is seated leg raises, and we're actually going to superset this with a shoulder bridge. Now, start off, I'm going to ask Alex to face that way for me just so you can see the setup here. So what we're after is simply taking one leg out to the front and extending that. The other leg is going to be bent. So what I would like for you to do is when you're working on this to make sure to really hug your leg. The reason why is that as you start the movement, there'll be a tendency to want to lean backwards like this, and we don't want that. Because we're working on the L-sit, keeping the chest up and pulling the shoulders back and down, by holding the leg, it's going to allow you to actively focus on the straight leg. Now, the next thing is point your toes. What this is going to do is bring tension throughout the leg, and basically tighter is lighter in the sense that by doing this, it's going to allow you better control. Now from here with chest up, I would like for you to extend the toes and slowly pull the leg up in the air as high as you can and then lower it. Yeah, good whistle there from Alex. Yeah. And so all you're focused on here is trying not to move the upper body and simply pull the leg up. And are you cramping a little bit? Yeah, you good? Yeah, okay. And you're gonna find that's gonna be the case. So if that is, feel free to just shake your leg out a little bit, make it a little easier on yourself. And it's not a matter of trying to just go as high as you can. It's how far can you go with control while keeping this chest position up, not leaning back. There you go. Go a little lower. And then we're just gonna do this for time. So looking at like 30 seconds to 45 seconds. I suggest, 10 seconds in the beginning is good enough and working up to about 3 to 5 sets. Go ahead and switch legs for me. And so again, it's a matter of using and hugging this opposite leg to be able to keep you from leaning back as you focus on extending this leg, keeping it straight and pulling up. That's beautiful, yeah. You're going to find, by the way, that you'll have one leg where it's easier than the other, okay? So you've done both legs now. He's gone for 30 seconds. Haha. Okay, now he's going to do a shoulder bridge. So all he's going to do is lie on his back. Okay, there you go. Let's move you forward here, buddy. There you go. And then simply keep your hands by your side and bring your hips up. Bring your hips up off the floor. Sorry about that. There you go. This shoulder bridge. And all we're doing here is because, I don't want you to really cramp up in the hips. This stretch is going to be great. You don't just have to save your stretches to the end of your workout. Do this in between your strength training when you need it. And again, it's not just for the L-sit, but it can be for any movement. Go ahead and relax for me, and let's go ahead, have you show us the leg extension, that seated leg raise one more time. So sit up for me. Good, and this time to start off, with your left leg extended, pointing the toes, chest is up, shoulders roll back and down, really pulling on your right leg as you point your toes of the left leg, and go ahead and let's just do 3 times. 1, 2, and 3, and again, 30 seconds on that leg. Go ahead and switch. Extending the leg, pointing the toes, chest is up, shoulders pull back and down, pull the chin down a little bit. There you go. So the head is neutral 3 times here, but again, 30 to 45 seconds. Now he's going to do a shoulder bridge again. And so the shoulder bridge acts as your rest between sets of those seated leg raises. Again, you can hold this about 30 seconds. Very nicely done. And we're off to the next movement. Hanging knee raises are great if you have something to hang from. Now, I have these as one of the first steps to getting the full pull to inverted hang in our integral strength program. But they're also programmed in there because they work congruently to help with the compression strength necessary to get the full L-sit. And so in order to help Alex and you further strengthen your hip flexors as well as gain some control when bringing your legs up, we're going to use this hanging leg raise movement. Now, there's a couple key points that I want you to focus on when you're doing this. First off is keep your arms straight. So Alex is just going to hang from the bar with his arms straight, and that's it. Now, the other key point here is I want you to squeeze your knees together. And in the very beginning, I don't want you to go very high. And the reason for this is I don't want any swing at all. Go ahead and relax. Then the next time you bring your knees up, try and focus on squeezing with the core here and not moving backwards. Go ahead and relax. Obviously, this is going to be a good core exercise, but hey, the hip flexors are part of the core, right? So this is what we're doing. Go ahead and relax for me. Good. How you feeling, man? So the thing is this is going to be a lot, harder than you might think, because what we're doing is reframing the way we look at this. Instead of just thinking of it as a core exercise, we're thinking, okay, what should I be feeling when I'm performing my L-sit? This reframe is huge. So this time we're going to add one more component that's going to completely change this, and that is when you're performing this, I'm going to ask you to pull your shoulders down. This is as if you're pushing down into the floor doing an L-sit. But of course it's different because you'll be hanging. The concept though is the same in terms of the lower body, because you're going to be squeezing the legs together. You're going to be pulling the knees up as high as you possibly can, but again, you're going to be pulling down into the bar, which is going to change the dynamics. Go ahead and do this for me one more time. So this time, pulling down, up, nice. Arms are still locked out. Pulling the knees up as high as possible. Continue to pull down as you're doing it. Good. Pull your knees up, gaze straight towards me, and then go ahead and relax back down. One more for me. Good. One more, just to here. Hold it. Now squeeze your knees together as tightly as possible. Nice. So go ahead and relax. Okay. Now, he's making it look so easy because that's just him, But thing is this is really important. What I do, or pardon me, what I suggest when you're working on this is actually go for time. So set your clock for 30 to 45 seconds. Do that. Give yourself about a 30-second rest, and then go for 3 to 5 sets of that. Cool?
Sounds good.
And take the next couple of weeks to work on these movements because I know it'll improve your L-sit. Leave a comment below letting me know what else you're having trouble with your L-sit, and I'll help you out.